Alright, well, welcome to Storybook, guys. I'm Henry Mills, and I just watched Avengers Infinity War. Wow. That was awesome. I mean, it was also very sad. But I'm gonna tell you guys what I thought of that movie. Alright, so one of my favorite things that they do with all the Avengers movies is especially how they bring like all the characters who have had their own solo movies, besides, you know, Black Widow and Hawkeye, but they bring all the awesome characters that we already know, like most of their backgrounds for, and then they put them all together, and that always makes it like the greatest like team-ups and everything. And this time they brought in Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, so for one, this is definitely going to be a spoiler review, but right off the bat, I just want to say it was awesome how in the last Thor movie they made Thor like a comedic genius, and then in this movie they brought that back, and then he had a great like back and forth going on with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, of course they had to bring Thor immediately in with all the other alien characters, excluding Star-Lord. But that was freaking awesome how they did that. There's just a lot that was going on in this movie. I would say this is definitely not a movie that you really want to be like just kind of thrown into. There are always those people that just go to the movie theater just to watch a movie. I really hope nobody just did that for Avengers Infinity War, because they would be so lost. There's all these different storylines, all these different relationships that you get so confused on what's going on. Like they just kind of like walk in to Tony and Steve's like relationship on how they still aren't really talking since Civil War, and I think that's awesome how they like kinda they represented that, and how Tony was like, I don't know if he'll answer me, like I don't know if I want to talk to him, best friend issues. I thought that was really great. I wish there had been more resolution for that, but I thought that was really cool how there was still that lingering relationship issues since Captain America Civil War. I love how they immediately brought it from New York, which is their usual epicenter of all the Marvel movies, to Wakanda. That was great. And how they had the big battle with all like all of the warriors and everything. It was awesome. So I feel like I saw this movie with friends, and immediately when someone told me, like after we'd seen the movie, after the credits had rolled, it was all very solemn, and the thing at the end said, Thanos will return. He's like, this isn't even an Avengers movie, it's a Thanos movie. I'm like, oh my god, it really is. It's not even really about the Avengers, it's about Thanos. And I was really worried coming into this movie that Thanos would be like an underdeveloped villain. There have been those Marvel villains, nobody cares about them, nobody mentions them, and then recently we've gotten a lot better ones. We got like the Vulture, we got Killmonger, and Thanos. Like, we really got into his mind, we really got into see what he's like, and how he has a weak spot, or he had a weak spot in Gamora. And I really liked how they played that off with him. So the other thing watching this movie is how dark and sad it is, and how a lot of people cried seeing this movie. And a lot of people, yeah, were really upset about the fact that all their favorite characters died. I'm not about that. I get very upset by those kinds of things when they kill off my favorite characters. But I was immediately going to this movie like, Okay, the only characters that they really could kill off would be the 4 main Avengers: Thor, Hulk, Cap, and Iron Man. Like, I especially was like, okay, so it's either Cap or Iron Man that's going to die in this movie. That was my initial thought. None of the 4 Avengers were hurt. Nothing. Let's go over who died. Let's see, we had Gamora was killed by Thanos. Loki was killed by Thanos. Half the population just kind of disappeared. Like, the only Guardians of the Galaxy member left is Rocket. And Nebula, if you count her as a Guardians of the Galaxy person. She's one from the movies, but she's not really one of the Guardians. All the 4 main Avengers are still alive. Like, they got rid of Bucky, they got rid of Spider-Man, they got rid of most of the Guardians, they got rid of Black Panther, Scarlet Witch disappeared, Vision is just dead. You could say that. But, so, my theory, at least, immediately from watching this movie was, I don't think any of these disappeared people are gone. Like, that's no. One, most of them are signed on for more movies. I'm smarter than just thinking, oh my god, they killed off Spider-Man. He only just had 1 movie. He's signed on for more movies. And so is Black Panther. Like, I mean, out of all of them, I think Scarlet Witch is probably one of those who could have been dead and gone. But I don't think any of the people who disappeared are actually going to be dead and gone. It's just my theory. So, there are a couple options that I've been going over in my mind on what happened to all the people who disappeared. So, one of the options, well, okay, before I even go into that, Gamora. I don't really think she's dead necessarily. I think when Thanos killed her to get the Soul Stone, instead, she became the Soul Stone. It's, what did they say in the movie, like, a soul for a soul? What if instead, like, that sacrifice turned her, or kind of, I guess, saved her in a way? Making her the Soul Stone. So, that kind of goes into my theory, like, well, if she's now part of the gauntlet that just made half the freaking population of the universe disappear, I don't think I think she has a little bit of control over what happens, and she's not gonna let everybody just up and die. So, there are options on how either these people are not dead or will return. So, one option is, what if the Infinity Gauntlet somehow sent all these people to, like, a parallel universe or something? Like, that's what somebody told me, and I was like, that would be so cool. And, like, what if that plays into the whole, like, I don't know. I think that would be a cool option to, like, to save the people. Gamora, as the Soul Stone, kind of, like, placed everybody in another reality or another universe or something. I think that's a cool option. Or maybe, like, well, one, they all were made to disappear through the Infinity Gauntlet. What if, in the next movie, maybe what if the Gauntlet, maybe somebody gets a hold of the Gauntlet, I should say, and everybody's brought back. I'm just saying, I don't think, like, when I say that they're not dead, I'm saying that they're going to return in another movie. Whether or not they are, for all intents and purposes, dead right now, I don't know. But I know that they're going to come back. But I definitely think there's going to be something going on with time travel in the next one. Because the Time Stone is one of them, and we already played around with that in Doctor Strange. So what if we end up with like another weird time loop, or somebody goes back in time and tries to bring all these people, you know, just goes back to before the whole thing with the Infinity Gauntlet happened, and then we screw up the whole timeline again. It did great. God. Honestly, I feel like they named the movie Infinity War, but they could have done something with that, with how they did at the end of Doctor Strange, where it's just a continuous time loop. It's infinity. Just keeps going on. The Infinity War. Why? It was very... They could have used the name so well for this movie, but they didn't. I don't know. I hope my theory there made sense to you guys. These characters could be dead right now at the end of the movie, but I know they're going to come back. I know we have not seen the last of them, so in my mind, they're not dead. Their stories have not finished. So all around, I really did like this movie. I liked how dark it was. I even kind of liked how, for once, they had a villain win. Isn't that... I mean, yes, it was very depressing, but I really liked the idea of it. They had a villain win for once. And he was very sympathetic. He was just kind of an idiot in how he was trying to save the universe and all that he was doing. He just went about it a very wrong way. So, I don't know. Is he a villain? Because he wants to do the right thing, but he's going about it all the wrong way. He's an antagonist. I'm not sure if I would consider him a villain. He's a bad guy. He's an antagonist. He's doing the thing the protagonist doesn't want, but he's not exactly, "Mwahaha, I am a villain." You know? But, that's just my opinion. I really like the movie. I'm not sure if I want to watch it again anytime soon. It was a little bit depressing, but I liked all the ideas in it. And, yeah, Spider-Man's death scene was very depressing. Not gonna get over that one. But, I think that's all I really have to say about that. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video and you want me to do, or put a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this movie, and tell me if you want me to do more of these reviews, because I think I'm gonna do more of them. I really love Marvel movies, and hey, Solo just came out, so let's do that. And then, hit that subscribe button for more videos from me, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when I'm posting new videos. Well, do you guys like my new sign? I gotta figure out an outro for this. Greetings from Storybook.